Today's video has been a long time coming, but I am excited to finally share another update on our kitchen. We're going to have to go back a little bit so that you guys understand why this has taken so long. Hey there, my name is Yami. I am your Latina next door. Welcome back to Mi Casa. Before we get started, I want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Gerber Plumbing. Gerber has been our go-to for bathroom and kitchen fixtures for several years now. Their fixtures are of exceptional quality and they are offered in several finishes as well as styles. They cover all of the categories, whether you are building new or renovating your current home. We have chosen them time and time again for many of our fixtures in our kitchens, in our bathrooms. We absolutely love their toilets. We've also used some of their shower packages, and we have been so happy every time. So if you haven't checked out Gerber Plumbing yet, I urge you to do so. You won't be disappointed. I will have their links and information in the description box below. So it's been a little while since I shared an update on the kitchen. And if you haven't been here very long, or perhaps you might have missed it, we have had a lot of stuff done. We got all of the countertops done, we got all of the cabinets installed, and we got the backsplash done. And that's kind of where we left off. So when we moved into the house last year, not everything was completed. However, it was to a point where we believed we could move in. So when we connected the water, we thought everything was going to go smoothly. Unfortunately, and that did not happen. We ended up with a huge leak in our kitchen coming from the roof right in front of our hood vent. This was due to some negligence and oversight and just unfortunate work that was done by our previous plumber. We therefore fired that plumber and we hired somebody new to fix all of the things wrong in our house that was left by that plumber, and then obviously address the huge leak. Of course, this left us with a huge hole in our ceiling in our kitchen. And if y'all recall, that's how we started Vlogtober last year. So obviously, once that was repaired, we had to let everything just completely dry out. We wanted to make sure that there was nothing that would cause any mold or any issues down the road. We wanted to make sure that the repairs that were done actually stayed in place. Thankfully, up to this day, everything has worked properly. Unfortunately, a couple days after that was repaired, then our water heater broke. We absolutely had no hot water. We realized again that the previous plumber actually hooked up the water heater incorrectly. So we had to replace that entire water heater and we had no hot water for days. That was something else that was a whole lot of fun. Once that got done, and we left it a few days to make sure that everything ran smoothly, then we can actually use our home. However, we had that hole that we had to repair and cover back up. Now, once we were ready to patch it up, it actually took us a little while to find somebody who would come all the way out here for some patchwork. Luckily, our handyman Mike came to our rescue and he had a guy that he knew that was close in the area that came by and was able to make those repairs and make it look like there was nothing there before. There was another area that had to be patched up in the kitchen as well, and that was the HVAC vent. When we put the HVAC lines in, we did not realize that the cabinet that goes above the refrigerator would actually be really close to one of the vents in our kitchen. And unfortunately, it was way too close, so we could not put the crown molding up. That was something else we had to wait for. We had to wait till our HVAC guy was in our area again so that he can come by and do that patchwork and move it forward. And our drywall guy actually did that the same time he repaired the patch above our hood vent from the water leak. Finally, when all that was done, it was into October. And at that time, I started doing my Christmas decorating videos because as a YouTuber, we actually have to do everything before everybody else does to inspire and give ideas before everybody actually starts decorating in November. So that happened in October. Then November came, and I was finally able to get up on that scaffold and start painting that patchwork from the drywall work. Of course, you all know what happened shortly after that. I fell and broke my arm in our master bathroom. Unfortunately, after that, I was told to stay off of things and not do any more work and to kind of take it easy. But then Y'all know my arm did not fully heal. I had to go in for surgery a couple weeks later. So that put another delay in us getting things done in our kitchen and me filming and editing. Then after that, I had the baby earlier this year. Of course, I was still healing from my operation, from my broken arm. And then I was healing from a C-section operation to have my baby girl. So again, I had to wait to recover and I had to get the okay from both my orthopedic surgeon as well as my OBGYN in order to get started back up with projects in the kitchen. Finally, here we are today, and I can finally share an update with you guys. So at the time the countertops were installed, the holes were drilled for the faucet. And the faucet you may recognize from our cottage kitchen. I had the same faucet in our cottage kitchen and I absolutely loved it. It is a super sturdy, beautiful faucet, and I loved it so much in our cottage that I had to have it in this kitchen as well. We also drilled another hole for a soap pump so that I didn't have to have a bottle on the countertop and just kind of taking up space and getting a little messy. I prefer this over having a bottle of dish soap on the counter. Of course, I paired the faucet with this beautiful white farmhouse sink. One of the things that I was actually really excited about was actually having a pot filler. I've never had a pot filler before in any of our homes. So in this one, we decided to plumb it. And actually, Nelson was the one who installed it. Of course, I helped. Now, Nelson has done some plumbing work in the past. However, this was definitely the first time we've ever attempted to do this. And drilling into that tile made us very nervous. Luckily, nothing happened. Everything stayed intact and we were able to figure it out. We did ask our good plumber for some tips and advice on how to do this, and he kind of walked us through, and we felt pretty confident tackling it ourselves. The pot filler is the same line as our kitchen faucet, and you can actually face it both ways depending on how you prefer it. Now, I don't think I've shared the stove that we picked for my kitchen. We were going to have gas in this house. I wanted a larger than your standard stove. I also knew that I needed two ovens, so I went ahead and went with a stove from Z-Line. Now, we do use propane gas in our home, and this does come with a kit where you can convert it. Our ovens are both electric, so we don't have to use gas for that. And of course, we have 6 burners with a long griddle. After that, it was time to pick the hardware for the cabinets. So I needed hardware that was going to marry the gold as well as the stainless steel throughout the kitchen. I also needed something that was going to look good on my white cabinets as well as my wood cabinets. So I decided to go with something that had a two-tone effect. And I found these online, and I think it marries the colors on the stove perfectly and brings everything together. And when Nelson finally added the receptacles on the island, as well as add the two side panels that covers everything up, we even chose a cover for the actual receptacle that looks very similar to the same finish as those drawer pulls. That way everything kind of ties together in that way as well. Next was the hardest thing for me to pick in this space. Can you guess what it is? I knew I wanted something really unique and I wanted something of scale. Of course, I wasn't expecting them to be this huge when they arrived, but considering that we have 10-foot ceilings, they actually work very well in the space.
Now, as you can see, they don't look as big where Nelson is actually hanging them from. So we needed to figure out exactly how high we needed to hang them, and that was something that I had to decide while Nelson held them up for me. Once I decided how low I wanted them, then him and I both installed them. I helped hold them up while he did the wiring. Now, I really love how they turned out. I think they're perfect as is. The only thing that I still need to do is I am really wanting to add rub and buff on the cables for the electric because you can see them through the chain. And I think if I made them gold with a little bit of rub and buff, you won't be able to see them or notice them as much.
Now, if there's anything in this video that I have shared that you might be interested in and I can find online, I will put them in the description box below. Now, we can't forget about the space behind the kitchen, the butler's pantry. Honestly, we haven't done too much in this space, but here is what we've done so far.
The base cabinets for the butler's pantry have been installed, as well as the butcher block countertop. Now, we ended up bringing in our deep freezer that we actually had in our laundry shed while we lived in the camper before we started building. Now, we have our, deep frozen meat in here because we do like to purchase at least half a cow of beef. So I thought this would be a great place in order to have easy accessibility to this deep freezer. And so when I did the design for the cabinetry and the butler's pantry, I kept that in mind. We also wanted a beverage fridge, and Yigo actually sent this to us as a gift so we can try it out and let them know what we think of this model. We absolutely loved it, and it actually worked perfectly in our space. We had it measured out and it fit just fine, and Nelson keeps it pretty stocked up. We also found out that it's the perfect size for toddler food. So obviously it has many benefits. There's still a lot more things to do. We still have to stain the countertop in here. We have to add shelving above the cabinetry and just lots of different touches here and there, but that's going to be in a future video. Now, having this extra fridge definitely helps us with our beverages since we actually have a smaller counter depth fridge in the kitchen. So we highly recommend this one. Now, while we have done a lot, there's still some more left to do, like adding glass to some of the cabinets, adding even more electrical outlets to the kitchen, finishing out some trim in certain areas, adding accessories, finalizing seating, and of course, that butler's pantry. So, there's going to be more to come on this kitchen. However, I am glad to say that it is fully functional and I have been enjoying it ever since we moved in. We just have to get it to the end.
Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you think about all these little additions and finishes and fixtures that I chose for our kitchen. I'd like to give a special thanks to Gerber Plumbing for sponsoring today's video. I'll make sure to have links for their products and anything else that I shared in the description box of this video down below. I'll be sharing more updates with you all very soon, and I'll see you back here in the next video. Until then, adios.